High temperatures today will be in the 40s, but it's windy outside here, so that's going to make it feel even cooler. Boathouse Row, the flags are flopping in the wind here. 47 is where we're sitting at now. West-northwest winds at 24 miles an hour. That's making it feel like we're in the upper 30s at the hour.
This is James Gregorio. James, it has been feeling so cold out there lately. We need a break.
We do, and you know what? The winds are still pretty light, so the temperatures were low. That was problematic in and of itself, Rennie, but also the winds were whistling, and those are going to remain light. So it's nice to get a break on both of those fronts. 36 degrees right now, that northwestern wind at 10. Check it out. That dew point temperature, 17 degrees. Very, very dry air in place. So you may want to be hitting up that moisturizer a little bit here. Johnny, if you liked yesterday, you'll love today.
Yeah, for sure.
No doubt. Hot temperatures, 70 degrees or more. It is just absolutely gorgeous out there, folks, today.
That would be an interesting cruise
discounted.
There, right? That's right.
You get all the legroom you want.
Oh, there you go, Keith.
That's true. There we go.
Hello, Dave. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous stuff here. We're talking about just a really nice night. Temperatures have been hovering in the 70s, and we're still in the low to mid 70s across much of western New York.
Clear skies right now, but how fast is that going to change?
Quickly, changing as we speak.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, we have a few raindrops, a few spritzes and sprinkles here and there, but there are some stronger thunderstorm cells getting a little closer to us. High temperatures over the next day or so that will climb to about 40 tomorrow, perhaps a little bit milder as we head into the start of next week as well. Even milder today, which is great, slowly moving out of the freezer. 40s return for tomorrow, lower 40s in spots. We're going to struggle to hit 40 here in the city. Warmer for the birds, no doubt, especially compared to earlier.
Yesterday was fun, though. People were doing the chants. They were kind of really getting into the character, which added to it. So it'll be fun to see if the Jalen Hurts contestants.
It sounds like it was part pep rally, part lookalike contest, right?
And a lot of Eagles chants. It's constantly E-A-G-L.
And T-shirts optional.
Right, yeah, as they are with Jason.
Exactly. So true to form. All right, let's check out what's happening here. We'll see if Mom Nature is going to be true to form here and continue the good stuff or not. Mount Holly at 42 degrees. It's a milder start. Philadelphia at 40. Mount Pocono at 36. Even Mount Pocono in the mid-30s this morning. And that's typically the ice box here on our temperature maps. In fact, most of us are anywhere from 8 to 10 to 12 degrees warmer. Holy Millville, 15 degrees warmer this morning than yesterday morning. If that doesn't put a smile on your face, I guess you're going to have to wait until this afternoon when it's 65 and sunny. I think that'll certainly get you going here today. Not a perfect forecast for the weekend, and of course we have the St. Patrick's Day Parade on Sunday, so we're trying to give you as early as a heads up on that Sunday might not be looking too great. All right, Trenton at 56, Bluebell at 59 right now. Here in the city we're at 55. A little cooler as we make our way closer to the coast. AC Marina at 56, but Wildwood as well as Rehoboth and Georgetown and Dover, all at 60 degrees at the hour. All right, relative humidity is really low. We do have an increased fire danger risk again today. That's sort of the only little issue here. Look at that, Millville, 26% humidity. So really, really low. Please be super careful with any exposed flames. Fire danger risk today, absolutely there. More so North Jersey, but as we head in towards not only the Delaware Valley, but also up towards the Lehigh Valley. So again, you need to be very aware and cognizant of any open flames today. All right, so making a run for 70 today, thanks in part to that warm air advection. We call it at ahead of the cold front. This cold front will sweep through. Once it does so, we get into some cooler air, and that's what will be on tap for the next couple of days. So don't think that we're going to see 70 or better tomorrow or even in towards Thursday, because we got to cool down for a couple of days before we start rebuilding some of the warmer air and getting that to kind of fill back in. All right, neighborhood forecast 71, Lehigh Valley today, Pennsylvania suburbs 71. Love that. But Jersey Shore 59, as is the case. March is a really sort of topsy-turvy month at the shore, so those temperatures could really vary quite a bit. So don't expect to see 70 or better down the shore. All right, St. Patrick's Day parade forecast. There it is. A lot of rain here, unfortunately, and with those gusty south winds, it'll feel kind of wet and sort of sloppy outside, even with high temperatures in the upper 60s. Overnight low temperatures tonight, not bad. Westchester 39, pretty mild. Millville at 41, Philly at about 41. Quick look at that exclusive 10-day on 10. There's the cool down on the way for the next couple of days. We start to build back up those temperatures. The upcoming weekend looks okay number-wise, but unfortunately dealing with that rain on the way for the St. Patrick's Day parade on Sunday, and maybe a lingering shower into St. Patrick's Day itself on Monday, Johnny.